Charlotte is known to be ranked the third highest city with the dirtiest air and also has the dirtiest water.
There's so many people that die prematurely from respiratory problems. We have some of the worst air in the country.
Y me preocupa mucho la contaminación y el medio ambiente, porque yo padezco de asma y mi hija también.
I don't understand why there is a wind turbine on the front of Duke Energy's report when they only have 2% renewable energy in Charlotte.
The dirty truth is that we are paying to kill ourselves while Duke and Progress profit.
The people of North Carolina will not allow a plan that invests in dirty and dangerous and outdated energy sources that costs our lives, our planet, and too much on our pocketbooks.
What's important about the rate hikes is that it'll actually affect residential consumers more than business or industry. So it's going to hurt families more than it will anybody else.
We can't afford a rate hike. It just goes up and up and up. And our salary doesn't change, it stays the same.
So this hearing is to give the people a chance to say, we object.
I live here in Charlotte, and I happen to live within sight of Duke Energy's Riverbend coal-fired power plant. Coal-fired power plants produce more hazardous air emissions than any other industrial pollution source.
I don't think people understand how dangerous our environment is now for our children. You can't tell them to go out anymore and get some fresh air.
My daughter has asthma. If you've ever been in an emergency room where your kid has turned blue and gasping for air, she can't breathe, she has to be on an inhaler every day of her life.
When we bought a house in Watauga Lake in 2004, it was supposed to be the third cleanest in the whole country. And a couple years later, the TVA slipped things in the mailboxes that said, do no longer eat the fish in Watauga Lake. It has too much mercury. I still go to Watauga Lake and the people still fish there, and they still take the fish home to their pregnant wives, their daughters.
I want to be able to wash and not think about all the toxins that are in the water. I want to be able to drink the water and not think about how it's affecting my body.
Duke Energy's 20-year plan calls for only a measly 2.2% of energy coming from renewable sources by 2032. That's basically the same amount that they generate now.
This North Carolina plan omits the Duke Renewables plan at work in other areas of the country. Why are we on the short end of a Duke double standard?
3% renewable? Get out of town. Get out of town.
And to top it off, Duke Energy's plan calls for our rates to more than quadruple, even though they will continue to rely on dirty fossil fuels and pass on the health costs to people like you and me.
On a daily basis, I meet low-income families who work hard for little pay. Many times they must choose between a badly needed doctor's visit or the power bill.
Put yourself in our shoes for at least a year and see how you like running back and forth to the hospital with your children, bearing your only child before they could actually become somebody in life, or spending every waking hour taking care of them just because they cannot take care of themselves or never will.
I'm asking you to please tell Duke Energy that their plan is not good enough. Make them rewrite their plan that includes mostly wind and solar, and no old technology like coal. Tell them to think about the future, my future.